Hello, everybody. It was a solid day overall for the stock market. Volume was higher on today's intraday reversal. The only downside is that most of the index finished lower on the day, but still nothing too serious. But starting off with the NASDAQ 100, only down 0.15%. And as you can see, volume was slightly higher than the day before. And while the intraday reversal wasn't the most bullish, it still was one off the intraday lows. And overall, the intraday pattern was nice and rounding, just like it was the day before on the basically inside consolidation day from the March 8th drop. So overall, not much to complain about there on the NASDAQ 100. Now, the NASDAQ was technically a distribution day by being down over 0.20% on higher volume. But remember, keep in mind, nice little intraday reversal, and also volume is below average. So far, we are pulling back in a healthy manner. So nothing to really get too worried about now. New York Stock Exchange, healthy pullback. You can see the intraday reversal. And even better, the S&P 500's intraday reversal because it actually closed higher. Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down slightly. You can see the intraday reversal. And the Dow Jones Transportation Average also slightly down with the intraday reversal. Russell 2000 was the weakest index on the day, down 0.82%. And that was probably weighed somewhat by biotech with S&P Biotech, IBB, NASDAQ Biotech down 0.80%. But overall, and also don't forget Facebook still, Netflix, Google, and Amazon, they still don't look too healthy. And to be honest with you, they look like more short sale candidates than long candidates. And Amazon looks like it's ready to roll over. Netflix is our only short position still. Google and man, Facebook both look like they're ready to put short sale signals out. But if any of those break down, I'm going short those names. I might even buy some puts in the IRA. Thinking about it, I got plenty of cash in there to put to work, and these are some pretty ugly patterns. But that's only if the market really gets sick. Right now, everything's working. On the long side, everything's working except for STMP. STMP is closing below the 10-day moving average on above average volume, while at the same time closing below this day, low a day, March the 1st, 116. So with that being the case, because that was the signal day for me to go ahead and get long. So with the 10-day moving average close on above average volume and the close below that low a day, we're at least out of 50% of the position. My final sell stop right now is with a move below 113.08. It's possible that STMP fails, rebases, sets up, breaks out again. This is definitely one, though, if it does fail here, but it holds the 50-day moving average and the gap up level, with a 99 earnings per share rating and a 99 relative strength rating, with it being in my perfect speculator scan, you better believe that if we continue to uptrend and it re-triggers, it's going to be a much larger long position. Remember, I'm starting to get ready to look for the 5-10 percenters because we had bearishness get high enough. Panic wasn't there, but I'm willing to take great signals if and when they show up. They're not really showing up, so for now, got to continue to pussyfoot around. And on that note, we have two more new long signals this evening. First off, the strongest one, XRS. XRS is a CanSlim quality stock. It is also a perfect speculator scan quality name. It's actually in the pre-perfect speculator scan that looks for stocks that aren't up quite 100% over the past year yet, but it's got to be up at least 50 or at least 75%. But XRS, looking good. Pocket pivot point signal. BOP is going in the wrong direction, so the internal technical indicator is not that good. And also volume is below average, so there's no way in hell I want to increase the position size here. It's going to get 1% for being a CanSlim quality stock and 1% for being a pre-perfect speculator scan quality stock. Now, let's say BOP is going the other way. And right here, it hits max green bot, max green bot, max green bot for the past 3 sessions. And let's say today's volume surge is huge and the stock closed at the high of day. Well, now we are looking at a candidate that could possibly have been 5% for CanSlim, 5% for Perfect Speculator. And if the volume would have been huge, it would have been another 1%. So we were at least looking maybe at 11% position if everything was correct. And if it starts showing up in a whole bunch of scans, that's when you can get up to a 15% position. I really don't think in this kind of market environment we're going to ever see another 20% position, because the last really excellent market follow-through day after a bear market with panic in it was all the way back in 2003. That was 13 years ago. I can barely remember that year anymore. 13 years ago. That's just mind-boggling to me, considering that back then In my head, as a naive younger man, thought that, oh, yeah, I just got to wait every couple of years, 2000, 2001, 2002. Okay, so 2, 3 years. And then I'll get more of these every other 2, 3 years. And it's going to be so amazing, so easy to make a lot of money on an end-of-day basis, not having to follow the market intraday. So I'm going to stay out on Maui. Whoops. But anyway, to the point, XRS, 2%, nothing more, nothing less. ECH also. This was found in my ETF scan throughout the day, updating my charts. It was constantly in my price volume BOP scan because the volume surge is so big. Brazil obviously is looking extremely, extremely bullish overall. And then Chile seems to be, just another Latin American country that's going to probably, if Brazil's really about ready to move like this, it seems like that the Latin American countries are going to probably follow behind, take and match Brazil's lead. But so ECH was in my ETF scan, and it was in my price volume BOP scan all day long. Pocket pivot point signal today with the surge in BOP. So 1% for being an ETF, 1% for being a price volume BOP. And we do not risk much whatsoever before we know we're wrong, because if this thing closes below 34.76, I am completely out. This is a move right here with that 50 trying to come up to that 200-day moving average with that convergence that needs to pop higher immediately, kind of like BRZU did here, back here, even though it wasn't at the 200-day moving average yet, and EWZ off here too. You're going to want to continue to see follow through and not really that much of a pullback. If it fills in the gap, I figure then it's going to have to continue to consolidate and have more time sideways till the 50 and 200-day actually touch on any of these. So it shouldn't fail those recent lows. So ECH, the one and only sell stop, is at 34.76. And for XRS, I would say that you could have your first sell stop below today's low a day. Me, I'll probably have them. Yeah, you know what? Because of the lower volume, I think that's the safe thing to do. Have one sell stop below 49.28 and have the final sell stop below 48.21. If it trades below 48.21, get out of Dodge.